What's going on? We're back in the shop. It's a little bit windy today. I'm getting ready to start fiberglassing the lower jaw to the giant Castle Grayskull playset that we've been working on. The last video I posted was applying the tinfoil protective barrier so that the polyester resin doesn't melt the foam sculpture that I've got going on here. It's windy. The wind has been worse, but still. I have to put on music so I don't hear like all the foam creaks and stuff because it's very stressful. Now, I've posted several fiberglassing videos in the past and I went over all the little details, and I'll put links in the description and stuff. This video is mostly just a progress video of applying polyester resin and fiberglass mat to the lower jaw portion. I think I'm going to put 2 or 3 layers on it, and I just thought for those of you who are interested, you might want to watch the working process. So let's get started. I've got 2 different fiberglass mats. I'm almost out of my 1.5 ounce, and then I have the 3 ounce. I end up tearing the 3 ounce in half. When I go back and get some more fiberglass, I'm definitely going to get the 0.75 ounce and the 1.5 ounce instead of doing the thicker 3 ounce. It's just harder to wet down. So this particular gel coat, you can get lots of different gel coats. This particular one is from a company called RevChem. It has a 17 to 20 minute gel time, so you kind of got to work a little bit fast. I usually pour myself about 6 to 8 ounces. This stuff is pretty stinky. It kind of reminds me of the model glue that I used to use as a kid that came in like an orange and white metal squeeze bottle. You can mix more, but I get a little stressed out when it's more than that. The catalyst or hardener that I use, I actually don't know the name. I'll see if I can find it in some of the old footage and I'll insert it. But I have a big bottle left over and I just pour a little bit in a water bottle. I have these little handy measuring cups that measure in cc's, and you can find charts online and stuff of how to mix it. But basically, I do about 1.5 or 2 cc's. That's just some liquid on the bottom. I do this much and this much. That's basically how I work. I've used the plastic cups. Those melt. And then, of course, the wax lining ones are kind of weird too. So these are just the plain paper cups. I just end up using a 2-inch chip brush that I cut down the bristles about 1/4 of an inch or so. It does lose a little bit of hair on your piece, but for what I'm doing, it's okay. Another thing worth noting is Gina went and got me these food handling gloves, which are nice because I can change these out instead of running out of my nice rubber gloves. One thing that I've been doing differently since the last fiberglassing video that I did is I'm wetting out the fiberglass with a lot more resin than I was before. When I first started doing this, my natural thing to do is to save as much resin as possible, and now I realize that the more resin I use, the nicer and cleaner and tighter that I can get all the mat on the project. So I have been using more resin. When I first started doing this, I was real stressed out about like the resin kicking off and all that kind of stuff, and the more and more I've done this, the more relaxed I have gotten, and I realize I can do a lot better job when I'm not worrying about all that stuff. So when you're first starting out, I recommend just doing a little bit at a time, and then it's not so stressful. Got the piece wetted out real nice on both sides. Now I'm ready to go place this on the project. Now, like I mentioned before, each one of these pieces is about 1.5 ounces. I think it's actually good enough with just 3 since the foam is underneath it to also have, you know, give it support. But for this, since he's going to be walking on it, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's either 4 or 6, somewhere in between there. And I just get all the air bubbles out there. A while back, a viewer mentioned how I should try a glass fiber laminating tissue layer to create a smoother surface on my projects. And it got me thinking. I was like, what if I just use tissue paper like Kleenex or toilet paper? I wonder what would happen. You can see all the fibers and textures that will have to be sanded smooth before I can apply any of the gel coat. So if this tissue paper works like I hope it will, it could cut down on a lot of sanding work. It's worth a shot, right? What the heck? Well, I got to admit, I got a little nervous when I had a hard time sanding out all those wrinkles in the Kleenex, but it did end up sanding smoother than when I just do fiberglass mesh, and it was a lot less itchy. I ended up using about 10 extra ounces of resin though to wet it all out, and it was still quite a bit of work to still sand all that stuff, but I think that in the end I ended up using less gel coat than I would have had to. And in the past, what I've had to do is gel coat a second time just to get rid of all that fibrous texture. And I'm sure that the actual fiberglass laminating tissue is better than using toilet paper, but hey, it was worth a shot and it ended up working out. So thank you. We always appreciate all the awesome suggestions and comments that you guys leave. So now I need to do the same thing on the other side of the Jawbridge and then add a little body filler, give it a light sand, prime it, and it's ready for Gina to paint. That'll be in the next video. So as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give us a like and we'll see you next time.